Okay, DeAndre, thank you for coming. Nice to meet you. I'm very happy like we are knowing each other before, everything this is gonna start. And I'm wondering a lot because you telling me out of, camera all things that, inspire me in a way. Like you do a lot of things in your life.
Mm,
And that's why you have like a creator mentality. You have a something in your DNA like don't stop. So maybe we're gonna talk about that, but maybe you feel in a way it happened to me. Like sometimes you are trying to sleep and the ideas start to flow.
at nighttime, and nice to meet you, and thank you for having me. I'm sorry. At nighttime, it's like when it's quiet.
Exactly.
That's when you get all the ideas flowing, or when you wake up in the morning, it's real
Yeah.
quiet. When you get up early, so it's like things just don't stop. You can't sleep sometimes, but
When you're tired. So let's go about everything that you do step by step. Who is the Andre before start the first journey? It was the music.
yes, before I've been doing music probably since about the age of 11. I did
So you do the lyrics in the from school.
yeah, I would do lyrics. I played the trombone before. I used to do rap other rappers songs just to teach myself, how to do it. And then
What is your favorite rap artist at 11?
my favorite rap artist at 11, so it was probably Lil Wayne. Everybody, I'm from New Orleans, man. I'm
So Lil Wayne,
yeah,
Lil Wayne, the Lollipop.
the lollipop, all that, yeah.
Oh my god! So he was your inspiration.
To,
Still
to a point.
to this point,
Not
or not
today.
anymore.
Not any day. Not anymore. Like I had different phases as an artist.
I know, but I just talking in art, change time to time. Lil Wayne is not Lil Wayne anymore.
Nah.
So if you decide to go an inspiration today, who are you? Who is?
It would have to be me myself as an artist, man. I believe that the status of an artist doesn't shouldn't determine of where I should be inspired by this person or not.
So no more artists are you?
Yeah, I don't. I just get inspired by my craft.
Okay,
I do listen
that's
to
nice.
other artists, and enjoy their music, and it helps me feel great and everything. But I like to listen to my old self to inspire myself to do better.
So you record yourself at 11?
Yes.
What do you use to record yourself at that moment?
At that time, I was using Audacity. I don't know if you ever heard of
What?
it. Audacity. I could be saying it wrong. Audacity. It's a program.
I have that, but if you are in school and you have the inspiration that moment, what do you use?
It wasn't like that. I used to write everything down.
And then you go to home, boom.
Go home, go in my closet. I had it set up. I had like a DJ microphone, the
Yeah.
stand up, some headphones, and that's what I would record on. It sucked, but
And you do the beats too.
I don't actually make beats.
Okay.
I don't make beats. It's never been really my forte.
So when you do the lyrics, where do you mix it in that moment?
Now I use now.
No, in that moment.
Oh, at that moment, to be honest, I didn't understand nothing about mixing.
So
and all
you
that.
record yourself and that's it?
I would record myself or get beats off YouTube.
Oh, now you're going.
Yeah, get beats off YouTube. I didn't know anything about like mixing and mastering.
Okay.
I
So you
just
put
was-
your lyrics on top of that, and
Yeah.
that's it.
And I
Without
would-
fixing your voice.
No, I ain't know nothing about
So
it.
it was raw.
It was all raw,
Wow.
and I would release it.
What you release it to?
Yeah, I
like
used to.
where?
I would sell mixtapes and release on Hawkshare. That was a program they used to have in SoundCloud.
In SoundCloud.
I didn't start putting on YouTube till later, so it was Hawkshare, physical CDs, and
Then
SoundCloud.
how the people support you in that moment? Like how people take it? Do you, when you're artist, you're a creator, right? But in a way, you feel confident about yourself. That's what artists, make artists. The confidence to share the art. Sorry. And what about, you don't feel insecure at that age, 11, to share your art?
I did in the beginning, but then I realized like I was actually good because a lot of people were
So
telling me
the
that.
feedback was good.
Yeah. So in the beginning, I was a little nervous about it just because like the language I was using, a lot of profanity at that time.
At
And
11,
yeah,
like smack that ass type of shit.
yeah, like
Wow, at 11.
I would
So
say
you
that,
was
yeah.
you was a man inside of 11 boy.
Yeah.
Wow.
And
Okay. Yeah, but that's rap. That's the culture. So it's not nothing like it's in your heart, per se. And so when you're 11, you are discovering your identity as a rapper. So you say, okay, I'm gonna do this for a long run. How do you decide that after the years?
it wasn't never planned. It was always like I would pick it up, put it down. I was playing sports and everything.
What kind of sport?
I played football, soccer, baseball, did some track, everything, man.
Okay. But you don't go for one sport in particular, like maybe I want to be pro in that.
No,
No?
I didn't never want to really be pro because I always had a real strong passion for the music.
Oh,
So
okay.
it was always in my focus, in my focal view. So that's what I stuck with.
So, and then you was hoping for a record label or something like that. What was your imagination as a kid, like doing stadiums, traveling the world, but what do you face when your imagination and your reality connect or disconnect? I want to reach that moment.
Of course, like everybody else, I thought it was gonna be a big record deal. Traveling, getting the cars, money, all this and that.
Yeah.
But that was before I started putting knowledge into myself about the music as a business and how it works. And as I started understanding that, my goals and direction with the music had started changing. And slowly but surely, those dreams that I had younger, they started unfolding. I just didn't recognize it at the moment.
Yeah. So when you start 11 that you remember, and then when you start to receive your first paycheck in music.
I didn't receive my first paycheck in music till 3 years ago at the age of 23.
So it was like 10 years on the bill.
Before I received $1.
So even those platforms, SoundCloud, YouTube, or maybe you use something, or your mixtape, you just give it free?
Well, I was selling my mixtapes, yeah, but
So that was your first dollar?
yeah, I was selling them for $5, $3
Yeah.
and $5. You right.
And you put that money to more equipment, or you spend...
I was buying like better mics. I had actually my mom let me set up the shed to set up my studio as she started seeing I was getting a little bit more serious with it.
Okay.
So I did like, flooring in there, all kind of stuff, man. Like
To
mic
have better
stands.
sound.
To have better sound, yeah.
Okay.
All kind of equipment that I was able to afford at that time.
So you don't depend on music. So where do you start to earn income to support your life? Outside the music, of course.
Well, at that age or
Whatever age. Like you say, okay, I need money. The music is not working out for me. I need money to feed me. What you do?
I always worked jobs, man. I joined the military straight out of high school. I actually joined in high school. I was 17. I still pursued
What military?
music. I was in
Army?
the Army, Louisiana National Guard.
Okay. And then, how many years was that?
I did 8 years in the military.
8 years?
Yeah.
That's a lot.
Still did music.
And you still with the music.
Still do it.
So you start at 17 in the Army.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
So you was a trouble guy?
No, I wasn't in
No.
no trouble. Nah.
So when come the idea of the Army? Because a lot of people go to the Army because, oh man, I'm a trouble person. I don't have the mindset to to reach goals. I go straight to the Army. But you say you have an inspiration, you have art, you have goals. So what do it's a thin line from goals and Army. What put you in that situation? I'm sorry for asking. I need to know.
Really just when I was in high school, so I had the opportunity to graduate early, only like, a semester early or whatever.
Yeah.
Everybody kind of knew what they wanted to do after school, but
you don't know.
I didn't know.
Like every creator. It happened to me.
I didn't know, so I
You have many ideas, but Don't know what to pick.
I couldn't figure it out, so I just drove there one day, talked to him about it, and
They
then
talk about the benefits.
yeah, and I signed up. I did go to college after, when I got out of basic training and stuff like that. I went to college, but I just still didn't know what I wanted to do. I always knew I wasn't really I'm not gonna say cut out for college, but it's not what I wanted to do.
So you don't go to college?
No, I'm not in college now.
But they pay you for college.
They paid for the college.
But you went to college?
I went to Delgado. I didn't finish there though.
What did you take in that moment?
I was just doing general studies because I was like, well, I don't want to be sitting at home.
So you don't know what study to?
No, general studies. I didn't have like a specific degree.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So you was like taking classes to take the benefits.
Yeah, basically.
In that moment, still in the music.
Still in the music.
Okay. And wow. And you don't travel with the army? Like they don't put you trainings outside Louisiana?
I did do some traveling, like only I went for a couple months. I was 11 Bravo, so I went to Fort Benning, Georgia is where I did my training at. Other than that, I only did like, storm protection, stuff like that. I never really traveled anywhere outside of that with the military, so I kind of just did my time, stayed out of trouble, and got out.
And then any story that you remember in your training, like any traumatic event, with your training, like everyone else that you want to share? I'm okay. If you don't want, I'm okay too, but I want you to share. I want you to share.
Nah, I got you, man. To be honest, believe it or not, like the bombs. So we were going
bombs?
Throwing
like
bombs.
Boom?
Like big boom. Like so I don't know why. Like I love firearms, but at the time when they was explaining to us about the hand grenades and everything, they were like, well, it's made by
hand grenade.
It's supposed to be made, to go off in this amount of time.
So you have an active grenade in your hand before throw it.
Yeah, before you throwing it. But they train you prior to getting the grenade.
So before you have a not active one,
you get like a simulated, like a firecracker grenade. Basically,
okay.
It's like a simulated grenade, which you practice with and everything. You have to qualify with it. But I didn't like the idea of that it can blow up once I pull this pin if I just move my hand. The night before we went to go throw live grenades for the first time,
it was a night?
It was you qualify the day before.
Okay.
Then the next day you go and throw if y'all have time.
Okay, that's fun. Okay,
it was fun, but the night before,
you was very nervous.
I was waking up in my sleep like, acting like I had the bomb, but I was dreaming. The next day,
you're lying.
No, I'm serious.
You was like dreaming.
I was dreaming, but I'm like, throwing a bomb, because I was already thinking about it.
Yeah. I understand. So what? How old are you in that moment?
At that moment, I was 18.
Man, you
18.
was slapping asses at 11 and dropping bombs at 18.
Yeah.
So how many years you are like 100? Okay, let's continue talking. So you wake up at 18 years old to drop a grenade.
Yeah, I mean, it wasn't. So I didn't think I was gonna be doing that, but I joined the infantry, so I guess.
So how many meters you drop it?
To be honest, I don't really know because how they have it set up is like they have a protection wall in front of you when you throw the live grenade.
Yeah.
But when I threw it wrong, and the drill sergeant like tackled me so that was like one of the
because
biggest
you was nervous.
No, I was nervous, but also because if you throw it wrong, they gotta protect you. They jump on top of you, they tackle you. But I was nervous about it. I wanted to get it out of my hands. So any way I can throw it over, I was ready to get it out.
So you take the training because it's supposed to, or you voluntary to?
No, you have to. It's a requirement to get out of basic training. They teach you all this.
Oh, so when you say you drop it wrong, it was like, what is dropping wrong?
Just the way that you're supposed to throw the bomb to get it to hit in the direction that you're trying to throw it to. It's like I said, it's a wall. Like I threw it over the wall, but it wasn't the proper execution of how it should have been done. So they are gonna take every precaution, to make sure you're all right. They tackle you, jump on top of you, but you're wearing a vest and all that.
And the sounds 1 to 10, how big it is?
The sound it's a 10, man.
Boom.
Like it's a 10. It's everything you would think a bomb sounds like. Everything you would think it sounds like.
Wow. Even with the wall there.
Even with the wall, it shakes the ground and everything.
Wow. in that moment mark you forever?
It's one of my like funny stories. Yeah, it kind of stays
Oh,
with
it's
me.
not funny.
Well,
Well,
to
yeah.
other
Now you
military
can.
people,
Yeah.
it is.
Any other traumatic event that you can
You know what? To be
they
honest,
want to share?
not too much traumatic. I had a great time during
Yeah.
that experience. I was a platoon guy. You know, I had a great experience. I was in the best shape of my life. It was all changing for me. You know, they do a shark attack and all those things where they coming in your first day, they hollering at you and smoke's going off. They popping cap rounds.
What is that like? Smack you
No,
when you're like in sleep?
Your first day, you come when you get to your unit or wherever you're gonna have your
Yeah.
training. The drill sergeants, you know, they coming from all over, just yelling at you. You know, one telling you do
Like bully.
yeah, like bullying.
outside that is bully in the street, but there is normal.
Yeah, it's normal.
Wow.
So they like, you know, they're throwing like the little smokes, the little smoke grenades they have. They're shooting like fake rounds on a gun. It's all an intimidation thing. Like,
Yeah. What kind of word they use?
what is it called?
No, the words that they use for intimidation. Like what type of words they use in the bully, bully thing?
Not
Like
really.
rookie?
They call you private. Like
Private?
private.
Private is always
Yeah, it's normally always private.
okay.
That's all you really are, a soldier or something, you know.
Okay. So when you say 8 years, what finished that? You decided, or they? How that process of 8 years? That's it.
Well,
What defined that end?
when I first got in, I was 17. You know, I have a family now, so as the time started going along, it became what is more convenient for my life. I didn't really like leaving my family, you know, being away from them. Like, we would only do like, you know, maybe a month training at a time in the summers or something. But I didn't like those things. My first 3 Father's Days, I was gone. So, you know,
Gone, like you was not there.
no, I wasn't there. Yeah, I was training, you know, and that kind of like, I guess, set me off to just be like, you know what, when my contract's done, I don't think I'm gonna re-enlist. And then just I started getting more into what I wanted to do, finding other ways with my music and trying to get serious with my own goals and stuff.
So in the army, you used to record your things,
Yes, sir.
and then you have a son or daughter.
I have a daughter.
Just one.
Yeah,
That's the only one.
that's the only one.
Okay. And you marry.
Yeah, I am married.
So you are a veteran,
Yeah,
but you never go to war.
I never went to war. No.
And they prepare it, and in a second you was avoiding go to war.
I didn't really avoid it. My unit, they deploy like on a cycle, so every few years they deploy.
So you
And,
was praying to not go there.
I wouldn't say that. I wouldn't say that.
Be honest.
The money I would have liked the money because
But they pay you more.
they pay you more, yeah. But when I started getting down to the end of my contract is when they were getting prepared to deploy.
Okay.
I would have had to re-sign my contract to extend it past the deployment return date, and I didn't want to do that, so I just got out. But it wasn't like
So how old is your daughter now?
my daughter. She is 7.
7.
Yeah.
And in that moment that you say to decide to quit or not quit, finish your contract, how old she was? So that was recently.
Yeah, she was 6. Like, yeah, I just got out. My contract just ended officially in 2023 in July.
So that's recently.
Yeah, I did 6 years active and 2 years inactive actually.
And then when it's hard what you do because you love your music so much, but you need to feed your family, be a normal person outside your art. But that artist is there. So what you do to maintain your art alive? You say you continue, doing the rapping, but you put it out there. People know you are there. You have a rap name,
Yeah, my name is 416 Didi. My family
416.
name is Didi.
Didi.
Yeah.
And then, so how you do to maintain your art outside? Like, okay, maybe somebody hired me in the music.
I started looking into the business aspect of it. Along my journey, I ran into a good friend of mine. His name is Jackson Henderson. He's one of my closest friends, but he was in the business as well. And when you look back at the music into a business aspects, it's different because now you see that you're trying to supply what's selling or or something like that. So we step back from just putting out songs, but trying to just get like sync license deals or just certain publishing deals or whatever. And along that journey, I was able to score a few of them.
So when you write a song, do you, how you say that, put it on contract like the RIA? I don't know how that works. Like,
yeah,
when you do a lyrics and you, how you say that, when you
so
seal the document,
you're trying to get it published and all that, handle all your publishing.
like that song is yours, and if somebody sing, they pay you royalties. What is that?
So that's like registering for your
Yes,
publishing.
registration.
Yeah, doing your
So you start doing that.
Yeah, I wasn't always doing it. I
So
started.
you lost a lot of songs.
Yeah, I started about 5 years ago. We just got into like doing the publishing. I'm like 21, 22 at this
So
time.
you now have royalties of your music or not?
Yeah, but
Nobody's singing it.
it's not like I'm getting millions.
Okay, but you have so your songs are registered.
Yeah,
So that's a good.
and I do get some compensation.
Yeah. So that compensation come from you sing where?
Me seeing it like
Or rapping, sorry. Where that royalty come from? If what?
it comes from like BMI, or ASCAP. That's publishing company. That's
Yeah.
who you would register.
Yes.
Your masters and all that with for the publishing.
Okay.
So they'll send like a quarterly check, but there's also a bunch of others that you will get it from that collects royalties for you.
Yeah.
So you want to do your due diligence to see where you need to register your publishing at. But
So where the music is out, like I'm trying to figure it out. Where is your music? Spotify right now?
Spotify, Apple Music. all
Okay.
those
So
things.
from that you take the royalties.
That's actually streaming royalties.
Streaming royalties. So that's different.
Yes, that's different. You
So
have publishing royalties.
So the publishing royalties, where it come from?
BMI, ASCAP are the two major ones that you will hear.
Oh, okay.
Your streamings will come from Apple Music,
Yeah, okay.
Spotify, all that.
Yeah, that's cents.
Yeah.
Cents of the dollar. And that's okay. But you are out there. And then nobody promised you like the future to you, like lie to you, like I'm gonna make you big and disappear.
At this time, like now,
Not now, but in the journey.
No, I mean at the time where I first started doing my own publishing and all these things is when I started understanding that you don't necessarily need a major record label deal.
Exactly.
So that's not, when I say that's my focus, that's not my focus. My focus is to collect my own money. Basically, as a record label collects the money for you.
Exactly.
I don't need them to do that.
Exactly.
So when you do your own due diligence and research and try to promote your own stuff, then you won't have trouble getting money. There's a lot of local artists that's around and they get plenty of money. You just haven't heard of them because they're not famous.
Yeah, I know.
So
nobody lied to you like, oh, we're gonna sign you.
no, I kind of was blessed to have, like I said, my closest friend Hindu.
So he was your manager and friend.
Yeah, like he's very big in the music industry, and we've helped guide each other to stray away from that.
Okay.
You can get a deal, you can obtain a deal. It's not that hard. But what we're trying to get is I want to be able to be paid for my music for a long time and not a short time.
Yeah.
And
so you never been on stage in a club?
No,
In a club, you sing rap in a clubs.
Oh yeah, I love it.
How was your first experience rapping in a club?
My first experience rapping in a club, it was awesome. I was 18.
So dropping bombs and
It was awesome.
dropping songs in clubs.
Yeah, I performed first actually. I wasn't gonna perform first. I was performing second. They moved me to first for some reason. I mean, it was awesome. They had a good
That was
crowd
before
there.
the bomb?
That was after I came home from the military. After I came home, I was still 18.
So that gave you a lot of confidence. So you go there. It was in New Orleans.
In New Orleans, yeah.
And how was the vibes?
It was an artist showcase. So when I got off stage, like I got a lot of good love from the other artists and fans that was there. Like they really liked it.
So do you improve or you just do your songs?
Nah, I definitely improve.
So in that moment, just improve.
Oh no,
No, improve the songs.
Oh no, I
The
did my
lyrics?
songs
Oh,
at
okay,
that
exactly.
moment. Yeah, and
That was when?
when I was about 18, I think about 18 was my first time doing the
Wow.
club.
Okay, we continue the journey. We're in the army. You love your art. You decide to finish your contract. And what then?
I'm in Texas at this time.
Wow.
I moved to Texas during COVID.
Because the military.
No, I moved to Texas just because I was just looking for work, and they didn't have the opportunities here.
Okay.
So I wanted to do something that would work with my music, because at the time I was traveling to like Memphis and New York, trying to get
From Texas?
yeah,
But flying?
flying. Or I used to drive to Memphis from here. I still go out there. Um, I was trying to find something that would work with me, like flexibility, and they had opportunities out in Texas. I was able to make some money and everything like that. And it was a big state, so I can try to get my name a little bit more spread out. So I stayed out in Texas, and that's how I basically got into the real estate. Like, it was something that goes with what I'm already doing, marketing.
In Texas started?
I started in the real estate in Texas, yes.
So you take your license there?
Yes, I'm licensed in Texas too.
So you're looking for some job that gives you freedom to continue your music journey.
Yeah.
So you decide to go with real estate.
Yeah. Before that, it was pest control.
So yeah, I was thinking like, as you as creator, it's very hard to have a boss. Like, you want to do your own thing.
Yeah.
And you never try any business before, like by yourself, like, let me start this business
Yeah, I did.
outside the music. What kind of business?
Bunch.
Tell me all the bunch.
I did sell in Texas. I was selling food.
By yourself, you cook the food.
No, me and my wife. She come cook with me. She
Okay.
hustled.
That was
right
the
with
first idea.
No, I did.
Tell me the first idea.
The first business I had other than music was candy. Selling candy
Selling candy where?
in school.
In school, and then
After that, it was it probably was. I probably did food, I think, and then I went to I tried to do airbrushing.
airbrushing. What is that?
Like airbrushing. Drawing a picture or something, and airbrushing it on a shirt.
Oh, okay.
And I did like shoe restorations.
So you like to draw too? And paint? You like paint?
I was just trying it, man. Just seeing what I can do, because I didn't want to work for nobody.
Okay.
I was kind of getting fed up with that. I always worked a bunch of jobs, and
yeah, you was looking. You have your money, and then what more you do?
man,
Like you say, oh no, I need the real money. This is hard.
I went back to the food for a little bit because it was actually good money.
What kind of food is?
I was selling like gumbo, yakimi, red beans,
In
and rice.
Texas?
In Texas, yeah.
Wow. What part of Texas you was?
I was in Dallas, Fort Worth.
Dallas. Dallas is beautiful.
Oh, I actually started off in Arlington, but it's a whole metroplex.
Yeah.
I was all around it.
And then when the things are going down, you say, okay, I'm gonna have my real estate license.
Well, my mom she owns the company B Realty I'm with right now. I didn't want to do that.
So your mom was realtor this whole time?
Well, she was a realtor for a while, and then she opened her own company. Yeah.
That's the one you're promoting today? Be
Yeah.
Realty. That's your mom?
Yeah.
Always been a realtor, and you never want to sell houses.
I didn't want to do it
Why?
because I wanted to find my own way. I didn't want it to.
Your own way, like why you are Elon Musk, something like that way.
I'm just
Be specific.
I just wanted to find my own direction in life. Like, I didn't want to do real estate because I was like, well, that's what my mom does. And you kind of know the narrative of, like, the kid, he normally does what this person does.
Yeah. I talk about that every time. Like, you're a baseball player, you want your son to be a baseball player, so you don't have to chance like your kid be a person, a different person.
And
so okay. Tell me about that. This is a great topic. Like, wow, you don't want to be a realtor because your mom is a realtor. So in a way, how your mom, you get along well?
Oh yeah, definitely.
But you don't want to sell houses anyway. So
I didn't want to do it because I was so focused on, with the music, that's gonna mess me up. The real estate is, is time consuming. It's a lot of work.
Showing houses.
Yeah.
Okay.
But I didn't realize that it was really a blessing that's been waiting on me because I could have been a independent contractor, you know, from way back then and didn't never have to fight with anybody about a schedule and everything. With the real estate, I've been licensed going on 3 years now, and I get to make my own schedule. Sometimes it's hard with the money, but
You sell your first house in Texas?
in Texas,
Wow.
yeah.
So when you do the transition to come back home?
I just moved home in June. I moved back home because Texas has begun to get like way more expensive than what it was. And just being financially smart, I feel like on my end, for my family, it's cheaper for us to live down here. You know, they have a little bit more benefits and like that in Texas, but we want to purchase a home, all of these things. It's a little bit more expensive in Texas.
So when you start your content creation, you was talking to me about you create content, cartoons, and whatever with your voice. When you start doing that in the journey of
Of the music,
selling food and doing the cartoon voices.
when I was selling food and everything, I was trying to figure out how can I make money from my voice. Like,
Yeah.
cause I realized that it wasn't just the music; it's I love using my voice.
Yeah, yeah.
So during that time, I had got with a company called Songfinch.
So
And,
do you enroll to backstage or how do you find that job of the cartoons?
you could go on like voice.com.
Voice.com. They have
and
the plenty of job there.
they have jobs, but you have to still like audition for it.
Yeah, yeah.
And then Songfinch is another one. And also, I had made my own contracts and my own paperwork for 416 is my label. That's my brand. Basically, I went and offering my services to businesses that was around my apartment complex in Texas, where I would make them their own custom song, and it was working too. Like I was getting money
For marketing.
for their marketing, but you know, I still own the song.
Okay, okay.
So the first one I ever did was like for a dog company, DNA
Okay.
Kennels. After that, I've done like a staffing companies, dispensary places, real estate companies. Surprisingly, you know, we have a song
So you do a song with the lyrics
with the lyrics. Yeah,
and a marketing perspective.
they
The one that show in TV.
They
Something
can-
like that.
they can. Well, it's social media marketing. They can use it for
Yeah,
whatever
give
they
me an
want.
example.
I do a music video for it.
No, give me a sample of the music you do for marketing for a company that you remember the lyrics. An example to see what you're trying to tell me because I don't follow.
Something like so I made one for myself. This way I would sound. First thing first, my name is Dre. I sell real estate. I don't come to play. I go the extra mile to find a place that you can go to.
Yeah, yeah,
You
yeah.
know?
I understand. It's like the soundtrack of the
Yeah.
marketing.
Or if they just want like a quick catchy jingle or
A
you know.
jingle. That's the
Yeah.
word I'm looking. And then you was trying to sell business around you was selling your voice, and then you decide to come here
Yeah.
and start from zero.
That
Your
yeah.
mom is in there in Texas?
No, my mom is actually here in Slidell.
Always here?
No, she was been on
Or she was with you in Texas?
nuh-uh. I've been with my wife. We was in Texas for
Okay.
about 4 years.
Yeah.
We moved to Texas. We got married in Texas, and then we came home.
Okay, so you start your real estate journey there
Yeah,
and your license there,
yeah.
and then you come here.
Retested, you know.
You do the another
had
state.
To, had to
Yeah.
do a whole nother state.
Wow.
start all
And
over.
then starting from zero one more time.
Yeah,
How do you feel about it?
it's harder than ever. You know, it's hard. But it was a lot more of just the finances. Like we wanted to be back closer to family.
Yeah.
My daughter's growing up, and all of her cousins down here. You know,
Yeah.
it's harder than ever, man. But hey, you know, I prevailed once before, so I think we can do it again.
So that company, Be Realty, your mom started here
And
alone
yeah,
or with another business partner?
no, she started on her own.
Alone
She started with one agent.
with one agent.
One agent.
So you're agent too?
I am an agent. Yeah.
Okay. And you come here and you know real estate here is very different than Texas.
Yeah.
Slow, slow. How do you fight like, wow, I'm starting this from zero to provide my family and you are in a market that is so slow, and how do you deal with this market thing that is happening in our era? Because in your mother era, it was different.
Yeah.
It was like popcorn. But now, how you're fighting your demons on the struggles to selling a house, to find a buyer, everything that, how you're working your mentality every day, working your art and your business and your family. What is your mindset fighting every day?
Man, the balance of it all, because like you said, the real estate here is slower, so that obviously affects your finances and it could add an extra stress on you. But the advantage that I have here compared to Texas is that I know more people here. So when you're dealing with real estate, you want to know a lot of people. That's going to help you get business. In Texas, I was trying to build everybody I knew from scratch.
How do you know the people there? Social media too?
In Texas,
Yeah.
social media, door knocking, phone calling, any way I can get in front of their face.
Yeah.
So events, I go to farmers markets, all that.
Okay. So you was dropping cards.
Drop cards, just trying to
The
naturally
hustle.
meet people. Naturally
Yeah.
though, you don't want to be like a shark. Like,
Yeah.
let me just sell y'all.
I know. No.
I would meet them naturally, and then that's how I was growing it. Basically, growing my a new family, a new spirit out there.
Yeah. So right now, you live here 3 years ago?
No, 3 years ago I was in Texas
So you arrived here June.
in June of this year. Yeah,
So you hungry?
yeah.
Yeah, you're hungry. So now, what is your goal with your music right now? What is your music at this moment
Right
after 10
now?
years?
I just still want to try and obtain, more sync license deals, things where I retain the rights to my music. I don't want to just sell it. I want to retain all the rights so I can have money for the future.
And something that I was asking you before and I forget, it was like you don't do the lyrics for artists.
Oh yeah, I've done it before.
It need to be rap or not?
No, it doesn't have to be rap. I do.
What other categories you work?
I'll write an R&B. I'll try to write a singing song. I believe that I'm a great writer. So I don't want to toot my own horn, but toot.
Yeah, but no, that's fine. But you do the lyrics for other people?
I have done some in the past. I would only do it like if they reach out to me or something like that. If they would want
So
it.
you have a page for that, social media page for that, for the music,
Yes,
the 416.
416 Dede.
Oh, okay. Okay.
DEDE.
So you use that page to promote real estate too in the beginning?
No, just
Just music?
Strictly music.
Never change?
No real estate.
No food?
No food.
No the art with the shoes and the...
Nah,
Just music?
just music.
So that's your baby?
Yeah.
Wow.
That's because I feel like just with the social media thing, you know how it is. You post music on there and then you post a race car and the next thing you know, your algorithm messed up.
Yeah. Wow. Man, you have an amazing story. It's like you are living for 50 years old guy inside of... How old are you? 23?
26.
26? Wow. I'm very inspired with your story. I can imagine, how many stories you have at 28. My life is very different, and I'm very happy that you are able to manage all those emotions in a young age. Who was your mentor? Like, who is your... I asked you in the beginning who was your inspiration in music, but in type of mentality and balance that you say, who is like your balanced guy?
Believe it or not, man, first and foremost, I always pray. I pray to God. But
Yeah.
secondly, I'm a knowledge seeker. So, you may be doing something that is, I feel like this is the right thing today, but no one person can just tell me all the direction. So I've been blessed to have multiple people, whether they were in the military, they were in my family, or anything that helped guide me. I listen, I take heed, and that's just how I've been molded up.
So you're telling me your close people is your balance, no outsiders?
Yeah,
Like say Tony Robbins, by example. So I'm thinking on a person like you have like inspiration, like he's very famous.
I don't.
You don't?
Because I don't know that person.
No, I know. But sometimes let's say for me an example to see if we are like talking each other in a way that we understand. Like I sometimes I take inspiration for some people, like let's say LeBron James, something like that. I'm not play basketball, but the way he's making history and his determination is like wow, it's something like or let's say Sylvester Stallone when he do the movie of Rocky, the story behind that is like wow, the determination. So that's what I'm because in my story I don't have that kind of privilege or have close people to balance me. So I need to find a way in other areas, and that's why I'm trying to ask you because you have a lot of emotion that most adults not experience. You was in the army dropping bombs and trying to be that guy, but also you was trying to be a rapper. So it's like very different mindset. And then in top of that, you want to be a family man and be a husband and be a father. So how you can cope all that in just one person? That's what I'm trying to figure it out at a young age.
Oh well, and
So
when you put it like that, like as far as you see, like you say with Rocky or something. Yeah, I mean, we all have those. What I like to say is imaginary father figures. I'm a man, or whatever.
yeah,
So I would say I've seen movies when I know that these stories were inspired by real life and stuff like that. So sometimes when I'm going through my situations, I may compare myself in my head to like, you know what, man, this guy on this movie, whoever it may have been, he was pushing through, or something like that. And then that's the things that I take for myself. I'm not telling you it's easy. Every day is a struggle, but I didn't always have like the best of life, so I want better.
yesterday I was watching some video. I always when you are a creator, it's very different vision that a normal person. I always tell you are normal. You cannot understand my mindset never because you are normal, and that's nothing wrong. I wish I can be normal, because the creator mind don't rest.
No.
I'll tell you that this in the beginning, and yesterday I was thinking in my bed, like, listen, we don't have problems. Our problems, when you compare yourself to others, is a privilege, and that hit me, because yesterday I was fighting because I was fighting with the TV, like it was not working for me for 45 minutes. I was trying to watch the Emmy, so I was trying to maintain calm, but it was like sabotage my happiness in that moment. Very stupid topic.
Hmm.
And in the end of the day, we we let like these small things sabotage your life, and it's not a real problem.
It's not.
It's not. So we see problems in a way that we grow or perceive life, but when we real struggle, like in this era that everything is so easy, it's a privilege. If we compare to your mother era, or your grandfather era, it was very hard. It was very hard. Look how we met each other.
Through social media.
We met each other, boom, never talk each other. Are we talking here like we knowing for 4 years ago? So we are living in a world so fast, so capable, and our struggles are so in the mind.
Hmm.
So I'm proud, like you're in the 28 years old,
26.
26, sorry, and you deal with all that and you still standing. What's next? What's your next goal, man?
Only, man, only God could tell, man. I'm just walking one day at a time. I feel like how you just mentioned with the problems. Some of those stress troubles, man, we create them ourselves because you're trying to do everything on your time and I'm gonna plan this day gonna happen like that, next month gonna happen. Yeah, that's true on social media, when they perceive to tell you that that's how it's gonna be, but it's God timing, man. And when He tells me this is the next step, to give me those thoughts of what I'm supposed to do, and that's what I'm gonna do. But right now, today, I'm doing this interview. Tomorrow I'm gonna be taking a class. That's all I got planned. Today I'm doing some work. That's what God laid out for me.
What class you gonna take tomorrow?
I'm doing I'm doing like a continued education class.
What is that?
For real estate, like so you
Real
can stay
estate.
informed. But basically, I was adding stress on myself trying to plan out too much.
Yeah.
Because sometimes I feel like, yeah, it's okay, to set goals. I do set goals. Like, I want to buy a house, but I don't say January 2nd, I'm buying a house. I pray he says that he's going to provide me with this house,
Yeah.
So I know I'm going to get it.
Yeah.
I just need to be patient and do these other things to get there. So that's just how I look at it. I don't like to add unnecessary stress.
So what is, as a realtor here, what is your mission with your clients?
Man, I want to help people. I want to help people understand that they can afford a home. That is more than just purchasing a home, but it's something that you're leaving behind for whoever is here for you. Your kids, and also with the things that you can do with a home. Most people just think that it's just purchasing a home. Well, you are obtaining land. You can grow vegetables. You can plant flowers. You can sell them. It's a lot of things. So I want to help those people that think that they'll never be able to purchase, accomplish those goals, because it's not out of reach. It's right there. You just got to take the steps to get to it. And sometimes they need a little help, somebody who can coach them on that journey,
And for the young people that are artists, in this era, and how difficult it is with everything that people like. You have the blessing, like people support your art in the beginning, but a lot of artists don't receive any support and they quit and whatever, and they are very, very close to the diamond and they quit on that moment. What is your message for that people who struggling with the art and crafting and the creator mindset and is struggling to almost quit? What is your message for them?
I mean, I'm gonna be honest. They just to block out the noise. Don't quit, because it's a gift. To be able to create. You don't want your gift to go to waste just because somebody isn't supporting it. If it's making you happy to create this art, to go in there and make music, continue to do it. Because I know some people they want the money and all that, but if it's not just about the money and it's your passion, stick with it. You do it. Don't let social media stop you. You see some people they're blowing up fast. They're famous fast. Well, that's not what was in your journey. Your journey is unique to you. That's not what whoever higher power that they believe in has set for them. So you have to just figure out what that is. Take the steps one day at a time, and what you're asking for is going to come. You just have to be patient.
Oh, that's a very good mindset. Thank you, DeAndre, for coming today. It was a pleasure, my man. And if the people want to buy a home, where they can find you?
They can look for me on Facebook, Instagram at DeAndre Porter Realtor, and they'll see my pages pop up that they can contact me. And if they would like some music, it's 416 Didi, Facebook or Instagram.
Okay, I'm really happy. I hope you enjoyed this interview, man.
I did,
I'm
man.
really happy.